10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All clear.
Good morning. I'm Bob Wells from Seattle, Washington. I've come to Corpus Christi Yacht Club for a radio sailing regatta. Actually, 2 national championships back to back. The first 2-day regatta is Marblehead class, founded in Marblehead, Massachusetts in the 1930s, And the other class is IOM, or International 1 meter, probably the largest racing class in the world today, a very competitive class. And it was founded in the late, maybe early 1990s by a fellow by the name of Jan Desmo, who was looking for an international class that would take over for the Marblehead class, which participation had been falling because the boat was so large and difficult to travel with, and travel costs were getting more expensive. So today we're measuring in the Marbleheads for their regatta, which starts tomorrow. As far as setting the table for the top competitors in the two classes, the Marblehead class, there's some really good sailors in it, but it's a little bit of an unknown because the boats are all so new to us and we're in a strong wind area, so who in the hell knows what's going to happen. But I'll mention Gary Bowl, is a top guy from San Francisco that's always in the hunt, in the top 3, 4, or 5 in any regatta in the U.S. that he's in. Another guy is Steve Landau from Georgia, formerly California, and he's a builder and a sailor extraordinaire, and so he'll be in the top. But it's interesting, in the Marblehead class, he's sailing an older Polish-built boat by Janusz Wilecki, who has since passed, but Wilecki is credited with the demise of the Marblehead class because his boat was so good and so expensive, it drove the home-built sailors away from the sailing, and it led to the demise of the Marblehead. Now, since then, internationally, the Marblehead is coming back, and the Wilecki is not the dominant boat anymore, but it's still a good boat. So we'll see how Landau, with years of experience on his Wilecki, but that's back in the past, how he can do on these 2 days, and how he shakes the dust out of the rigs, and if he has problems and things like that. One thing is, if he has a problem, he's good at fixing it. And others, George Pedrick with his wife Jean, they'll both have Marbleheads. George has the Grunge, like Gary Bowl, and the Grunge is the world champion Marblehead, the last few events.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
12, go up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Clear. In third place, coming to us from Australia with his own design boat, from Ron John's, Jeff Byerly.
While I'm up here, there's a few things I want to say. First of all, John, when our Mr. Bowl suggested I come over, I then was contacted by John, who kept me informed of what was going on. Really informative, and I appreciate all your help. The staff, not staff, but crew, Mark Foster, the boat crew, everybody else that helped in it, I really appreciate it. And I'm only a third place getter, but you know, you've got to say your bit. Last but certainly not least, my best friend over here, Gary, right? Without him I wouldn't be here. So thanks very much.
Hey. This venue, but not new to sailboat racing anywhere in the world, is Jess Atkinson in second place. For the first time in the U.S., the only one in the U.S., the Red Ant F6, and you'd be surprised to know it's orange. Goodies. Congratulations, buddy. Good job. Well sailed.
Mark, thank you all you guys put so much into all this. Couldn't have been sailing with a better group of guys.
No matter what class it is, there's always a thief out there that's going to try and steal first place from you. His name is Gary Bowles. With 29 points.
Get in there like you mean it.
John,
Like you mean it.
hold on, John. Big smile.
There you go, like you mean it.
Thanks.
Like
Like you mean it. Ma'am, just quick.
Of course.
Hey, I'm going to keep it brief, but I think I look at Peter Grimm, and Peter Grimm's going, "Oh my God, what is he going to say?" No, I think you know what Jeff said, and I mean this sincerely. Maybe it's COVID for me, but when you look in the room that we're sitting in with all the guys and gals, respectively, at the table, the value that brings us together is the camaraderie of the passion that we all share. I'm looking at you, Derek Lando, when I say that. You think in years to come, if you roll the hands of time 5 years forward, where will we all be? That's why this snapshot in time, and I mean this without sounding emotional, it's priceless. When you look at all the guys that, or gals respectively, that have been in the sport forever, how everything fades with time. And we've lost some big supporters in our group in the last, respectively, 24 months. It's just sad. And that's why I think the real value, and I mean this heartfelt, to John and to Mark, respectively to Debbie and Ken and Mary, is bringing us all together. So, cheers, guys. Thank you so much.
Many years, I've wondered, asked, never had a straight answer, why does the IOM class, recognized as the most aggressive sailing racing class in model sport boating, why don't we have a USA perpetual trophy? Nobody had an answer. Nobody seemed to really want to know why. And I took that as an affront to the class, so we built one for you. And tonight we're going to unveil for the first time the IOM Perpetual Trophy that will last forever. There's enough tags to go through 2040 to go on this thing. Every race that's ever been won is on this trophy. Mark Cooper, if you'll place your hand up. Mark was a great assistance in this. He helped me with the design and getting the thing built. He's got a laser etching machine that diamond etches the part of the machine, part of it. And if I can ask each of our previous champions, starting with Steve Landau. He was the first young man to win the U.S. Nationals that's from the United States. Fourth time around.
Keep standing there.
John.
Closer, hold the mic closer. The mic, hold it closer.
Tony Gonzalez, please come on up. Three times the champion. Is there anybody else in here that's ever won this thing? Oh, Golson has won it. He's your current champion. That's right. Gary Bowles, your name's on this thing,
Come on, guys.
Okay.
Come on back here.
Okay, here we go.
Ready?
Everybody's ready.
Greg Mackey?
Where's Greg at?
If you're ready. And we're gonna go on three.
One,
Two.
two. Oh, where's Craig?
Uh-oh.
Craig.